Hey guys! So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 masks for blackheads. This video is a follow-up to my how to get rid of blackheads video, so make sure you check that out first. But to remind you, in that video, I pointed out that using a clay mask 2 to 3 times per week can help in reducing the appearance of blackheads. Clay masks include the ingredients kaolin and bentonite, and they can help to draw up oil and kind of sticky skin cells from within the pore and just help improve the overall appearance of blackheads. This isn't something that's going to completely eliminate them, and it may take some time to begin seeing improvement, but it is something that can be helpful. And I say 2 to 3 nights a week because these masks are very drying. So this is something that you don't want to overdo, and it's really best for people with very oily skin who are coping with blackheads or what we call in dermatology open comedones. The other pointer in that video that I'll remind you of is to take advantage of a salicylic acid product. In that video, I talked about the differences between using a leave-on salicylic acid product and a wash form product. But using a leave-on salicylic acid mask a few nights a week is another option. So the products in today's video are either going to be clay masks or salicylic acid masks that, again, you could elect to do 2 to 3 nights per week in the attempt to improve the appearance of blackheads. The number 1 mask that I have to recommend to you guys is by Paula's Choice. It's her skin balancing oil absorbing mask. It's $22 for 4 ounces. It's got kaolin in it and it has bentonite clay. It also has panthenol, which is a skin conditioning agent that your skin cells can take up and convert to the active form vitamin B5. Panthenol also may be helpful in controlling oiliness or at least inflammation in the skin. And in addition to the panthenol, this particular mask has willow bark extract. Now, willow bark extract is not the same thing as salicylic acid. Yes, salicylic acid is derived from willow bark, but willow bark extract in products does not function the same way that salicylic acid does. It's not the same thing. However, it can be very anti-inflammatory and skin soothing. So this mask is very gentle, again, a little drying, but done 2 to 3 nights a week, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. This is a really great choice. And of the Paula's Choice products, I would say this one is not that expensive. You don't need a lot of the mask for any of these. For example, if you mostly have blackheads on your nose, we're talking about a pea-sized amount. So that's gonna last you a really long time. But of course, if you have more blackheads like on your forehead or around the cheek area, you're gonna go through it a little bit more quickly. But overall, I think that's pretty affordable. The second mask, though, that I really have been enjoying and trying out for you guys that I'm happy to recommend is the Inky List Kaolin Clay Mask. Of the masks that I'm recommending to you guys, I think this one is one of the most gentle out there. So if you recall from my blackheads video, I talked about how some people with blackheads do have pretty sensitive skin or maybe have more combination skin that's predisposed to dryness. So navigating masks, which can be drying, can be a little challenging. And of the masks that I'm recommending today, this one I think is the least drying. In fact, it almost feels like a moisturizer, but it has kaolin in it. It also has Centella asiatica in it, a botanic extract for which there has been some enthusiasm for its use in skincare for kind of wound healing purposes. At least that's what laboratory studies would suggest it may be useful for, and also being anti-inflammatory. So that's in there, and it's honestly a very soothing mask. And in addition to that, it has sunflower seed oil in it as an emollient to help in kind of combating some of the excessive dryness that you might experience when using it. And it also has Chondrus crispus extract in it. Chondrus crispus is a marine extract. It's very hydrating to the skin. And this is only $6.99. Again, just put it to the affected area 2 to 3 nights a week, left in place for 10 minutes, and then rinsed off. So I love that one. It's really good, you guys. The third one I talked about in my blackhead video, but I'm going to talk about it again. It is the Proactive Amazonian Clay Mask. This particular mask has bentonite in it as well as kaolin, and then it has the emollient's cucumber seed oil, and it also has shea butter in it as well. So it's very moisturizing. And in addition to the kaolin and the bentonite clay, it also has magnesium silicate in it, and silicates in products like this also can help to wick up some extra oil. However, an alternative to this one is the Cetaphil Derma Control clay mask that's new. They're very, very similar, if not almost identical clay masks, and that one is much less expensive. All right, you guys always ask me about The Ordinary. You know, The Ordinary has a salicylic acid 2% mask that's actually not too bad and is pretty affordable, but it does have charcoal in it, and charcoal can be more on the irritating side, so it's not my favorite product. But this one is actually pretty good otherwise. Just with the charcoal in there, that kind of poses more of an irritation risk. Charcoal can be pretty irritating. It also, though, can kind of wick up some sebum and oil, but it's not necessarily any better than kaolin or bentonite. But a product from The Ordinary that you should strongly consider if you have blackheads and you don't have particularly sensitive skin is The Ordinary's AHA 30% BHA 2% peeling solution. This is a 2% salicylic acid leave-on product that also has some alpha hydroxy acids in it. It has glycolic acid and lactic acid. Salicylic acid, in my opinion, is the acid that is really the powerhouse of blackheads and kind of oily skin concerns, because it is lipophilic and concentrates in the pore. Whereas alpha hydroxy acids, they help to kind of exfoliate the built up dead skin cells more on the surface. They don't necessarily get into the pore as well as salicylic acid. But this has those in it, so it's kind of going to be helpful if you have some buildup on top of the pore, getting rid of that. But overall, I find this is very effective and it's very inexpensive. It's only $5.54 and it works quite well. So I recommend this one over their salicylic acid mask. But both are options in this setting. Just know that the salicylic acid mask with the charcoal can cause some irritation. All right, and then my fifth mask that I'm going to recommend to you guys is by the brand Claire. Also cruelty-free, and it is their hypoallergenic facial mask refining with kaolin. It's only $7, and it has kaolin. It also has Dead Sea mud and shea butter. Very good, free of added fragrance, no jazzy essential oils, and pretty affordable. So those are my 5 blackhead masks. They're not going to change the biology of your skin, as I've said in other videos before. But they will help in just improving the appearance of the blackheads, and also they actually draw out some sebum and oil and particulates. So they kind of help a little bit in the control of the blackhead formation. So I think they're useful done in moderation, 2 to 3 nights per week. The way to use these is to make sure that your skin is clean, that you've just washed it, and then you want to pat dry the face so that it's dry. Do not put these on to wet skin. Put them on to dry, clean skin. Leave them on for the indicated amount of time on the instructions, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, and then you rinse it off. Once you rinse it off, while the skin is damp, then go ahead and apply your moisturizer. This will help to reduce any irritation and dryness from the mask. An alternative that I didn't mention in this video is the Amazonian clay mask, which is just the bentonite clay that you then reconstitute. That is an option. It's cruelty-free and pretty inexpensive. It's just kind of a pain. It's sort of messy. And so I wanted to recommend some that are already mixed up and that you don't have to do that with. But check out my video reviewing that. It is a good option. Yeah, these I really like, and I hope this video is helpful to you guys and just kind of naming a few good ones to consider. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.